Okay, this is Renee. She's been a patient for a few weeks now. She came in with some tremors and some other things, and she's just going to tell us a little bit about her story since becoming a patient and what's changed in the last few weeks. So go ahead, Renee.
Okay, hi, I'm Renee. I've suffered from essential tremors most of my adult life. My hands are very shaky, and in the last year or two, they've gotten to where it's become hindrance on my daily life activities.
Have you had to change anything or do anything different with the tremors?
I had to stop working. I was a graphic designer because the mouse was really hard to control, and I mean there are times where my coffee, it would be hard to hold my coffee cup under the thing. But yeah, it got to where even doing my makeup was hard. Everything was getting hard, and I was afraid I was losing control of my hands. In fact, I was looking up Parkinson's and all this stuff, and then another weird thing is, I've had back trouble and stuff, but my pants kept coming out uneven when I took them to the dressmaker. So I found out one of my legs was shorter than the other, and I was always off balance or falling off the sides of my shoes, or I just didn't feel very even. Or I broke my leg skiing a few years ago, and I've always felt that overcompensation. I've been on my right leg a lot more than my left, and I just never felt even when I was walking or balanced. I've fallen a few times in the last year.
And what are your, can you hold your hand out and show us your tremors
Right now, I'm steady. That's amazing to me that I can have it that steady. And even people around me have noticed, because it was noticeable how shaky it was, and now people know it.
I think you said your knitting class. People noticed.
Oh, my knitting class. Yeah, well, knitting. Yeah, and I started knitting a few years ago because it was good exercise for my hands. But then it even got hard for me to knit in the last few months. I did neurofeedback for a little while, and it helped. But I quit doing that. The lady quit doing it, and it didn't help these other problems that I had. But
and so, what did you experience right after the first adjustment, and how long did it take?
First adjustment was immediate, but shaking went away. And I felt more even in my feet. I felt better balanced when I went to yoga the first time after getting adjusted. I could tell the difference. I could definitely tell the difference.
And have you been under chiropractic care in the past?
Years ago, I went to a chiropractor, but it was the old kind of adjusting where it was more like, cracking my back and stuff like that.
And how would you say this was different?
That didn't really do a lot for me.
How was this different? Was the adjustment different?
This is different because it's clearing up issues that I've had with my body, such as the shaking, the imbalance. I felt better. I've had lower back pain. I haven't had that since I've been adjusted. Carpal tunnel seems to feel better in my neck.
And it's very, very light, right?
I can move my head. I've never really been able to move very well to that side because I injured my neck in college. But I've got great. I don't hear any grinding or popping.
And the adjustment, I said, is very, very light, right? How would you describe it?
Oh yeah, it was like nothing. I mean, it was like
barely feel it.
Barely feel it. It was, so it's incredible.
Okay, well, awesome. Anything else you want to tell us about your case?
Just that I'm extremely happy, and I hope it holds up. And I can definitely tell the difference between when I'm right and when I'm off.
Alrighty.
Really
Thank you, Renee.